Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today as we read another great story that I have, and it's going to be from the Archbook series here, The Day God Made It Rain. The Day God Made It Rain here, and we have someone here calling out rain, it looks like, for God to just bring down water. This water that we see here is from God here, and it is being poured down here because this man here has asked God for it. Let's read about it. It's going to be from the first book of Kings, 17 to 18. And this is a story written by Loyal Colbrek. And we have illustrations by Herb Halpern Productions. This is going to be here, what we see. And it looks to me like we have here on top of stones, a fire, lightning in the background, and rain everywhere. This should be Elijah. Yes, it is. And so we'll see here from the first page, somebody here, a couple people worshiping an idol, and it looks like Baal. A wicked man named Ahab was king of Israel. His wife was just as wicked. Her name was Jezebel. Okay, and so they worshiped Baal, an idol, a god they made of wood. They put him on an altar and brought him gifts of food. A servant of Jehovah, Elijah was his name, was sent by God to Ahab to talk about the rain. There's going to be a dry spell. There's going to be here a dry spell. No matter what you do, not only will the rain stop, there won't be any dew. I'm letting you know here, God has told me, and God has told me to tell you. The king became quite angry and called Elijah names. He told his men to seize him and bind him tight with chains. They didn't want to hear, I guess, the fact that he's hearing from God, the fact that rain is going to be stopped here. They're so upset that this could happen. They're believing it inside. And so they're taking it out on Elijah here, and that's what's happening. Before the men could grab him, God whisked him far away into a place where ravens flew to bring him food each day. And so he was afraid here that they were going to hurt him because they had the capability, the capacity, and here the fire here inside of them to just want to attack him, hurt him, and have him not live here, not to cease to live now. But he was taken care of God supernaturally by the ravens here, as he is being fed by the ravens here, for the ravens are giving him food. And so here he is resting now in God's protection as he is whisked away from the soldiers of the royal king and queen that were evil. Next, God sent Elijah to a widow who would give the little food and drink she had to help Elijah live. Elijah found the widow and asked her for some bread. She said her food was almost gone, and soon they'd all be dead as well. They are also on the brink here of starvation here, to the point of death. You need not fear, Elijah said. The Lord will care for you. He will give you flour and jars of oil too. And so he's assuring her, do this in faith. God will provide. I am here, a man of God, to help you. The widow baked a loaf of bread, but just before they ate, Elijah prayed that God would bless the food upon their plates, and they all agreed here to pray here, humbly giving their all here to God in faith. The widow's son grew sick and died. Her heart was torn with pain. Elijah asked the Lord if he would give him life again. Yet they did not completely lose hope. They did not despair here to the point that there was no way he can miraculously live again. They believed enough, and the son was soon alive and well. His mother cried with joy. She thanked and praised Jehovah for giving back her boy. He is good once more. And so lots of strong faith was displayed here, because that's all they had, but that's all they needed. And God provided here much more. They were able to see miracles here, and also have time here to really strengthen their understanding, their relationship, and their love for God, for he really does provide, and he is the one that will always have no matter what, even if people pass away, even if, we pass away, even if people hurt us, we'll always have God. And so that's what matters. And so understanding that they were able to also have now the faith and trust in God to help them with what they needed here. In these events, God showed himself to be one who's trustworthy. And so